Greg Parker here, Parker's Property Sourcing. Just coming at you with another video today. Today's video is going to be about the biggest mistake that investors are making in 2025. So for me, the biggest mistake I see new investors, people that want to get into investment and seasoned investors, they're waiting to see what the market does. And for me, that's a massive mistake. You hear that people are waiting for property prices to drop before they buy. You're waiting for interest rates to drop before they buy. They're over analyzing the market. They're listening to the naysayers. And for me, it's a massive mistake because the rule of thumb in property is not wait to buy a property, it's buy a property and wait. We invest in for long term. We're investing for the future. So whether you buy it today and you think it's going to go down in value, on average, properties in the UK over 10 years double in value. So as long as your strategy is to buy and hold, now is the right time to buy. Waiting to see what the market's doing, waiting for interest rates to go down, waiting for a crash. I just don't understand why you would wait. You buy the property and you hold it. You're never going to sell at a loss. If you're ever going to sell, you're always going to sell when it's a seller's market. That's what we're taught. That's what I've been taught in all the courses that I've attended and that I've done, paid for, that you sell in a seller's market if you need to sell. But usually you're buying property below market value, you're pushing the value up with your refurb. So you're buying into equity and you're holding and you're waiting. So for me today, the video is going to be about not waiting to buy a property, but buying property and waiting. When you wait and you're looking at the market and you're listening to the naysayers, it kills momentum. If you're watching this and you're a new investor, the first thing that you need to be doing is investing in your education. Once you've got that and you've got the fire in your belly and you've got the bug, what you need to do is not then start listening to what everybody else is doing or not doing, is that you take that education that you've got and put it into practice. You start looking at deals, you start viewing properties, you know that you're going to be looking in areas with a high demand. So you're buying low, you're renting high with a property manager nearby. So you want to keep that in your mindset. So no matter what the market's doing, no matter what the market's saying, no matter what the interests are, if you keep to your strategy of buying low and renting high with a property manager nearby, you will have no problems in this property game. You buy below market value, you do it up, and you wait, and you hold, and you build your wealth that way. Everybody in property that holds on to their assets become wealthy over time. They don't become wealthy overnight, they become wealthy over time. So the biggest mistake that you could be making watching this video is not taking action on all the education that you're getting, watching videos, attending courses and seminars, having a mentor. Take action. There are so many different strategies that you can do to get into property. There's no time that's better than now. And if we talk about interest rates are constantly changing. When I first started buying, interest rates were at 2%, 1.5%, 2%. They're now at 4.5%, 5%. Yeah. In between that, they've been 3%, but they're constantly changing. But with the strategies that I teach and that I've been taught, you work out your return on your investments with the highest interest rate possible, and you don't even attend or entertain the deal unless your return on your investment is 15% or more. That's my rule. It could be 8% or more for you, but you can do your numbers. You can do the same numbers at interest rates at 6 and 7%, to be fair, because you're going to be buying in areas where there's great growth potential. You're going to be buying in areas where, it's good entry points to the market, reasonable, attainable money as well. And then you're going to be renting it and getting a good return on your investment, regardless of what the interest rate may be. So point 2 is people waiting for interest rates. Don't do it. Just work out your return on your investments at the current interest rates right now. And you'll go into viewing properties with so much more confidence to know that yes, interest rates might be high, But my numbers that I've run and the strategy that I'm using and the return on investment is going to be exactly what I'm getting into this deal for. And lastly, I would say the biggest thing that's holding people back and making people wait is fear. Everybody's talking about property crashing and buy to let's dead and, Renters' Right Act and all of this stuff. But fear is the biggest dream killer. So once we've educated ourselves and we're confidently looking at deals and we're on Rightmove, we're on Zoopla, we're on Gumtree, and we're looking at potential property investments with an investor's eye, yeah, and looking at it from a business perspective, that fearmonger gets put behind us, and that fear factor gets put behind us because now we're looking at every deal as a potential, wealth builder. So we can't let what the news is saying and the people are saying that the properties are going to crash and property investment's dead. It's not dead. There's so much deals out there right now that are giving great return on your investments, that are built. People are still buying. I got a call yesterday from an auction house asking me if I was looking to sell any of my properties. And I was like, no, absolutely not. I'm keeping them for as long as I can. But I had a good talk with the guy and he was like, there's so much landlord setting up, so we're just calling around. I registered my details on there to buy from them at one point. I never did, but they was calling me to see if I had any properties to sell. So many people selling, which means there's so many deals out there. So once you start running your numbers, you've got yourself educated, this is the best time. Don't be fooled in or drop into the fearmonger factor. We've got to stay educated, keep our head in the game, and keep looking to buy because there's so much good deals out there. All the time that I've been in property, and it's been 9 years now, the properties haven't gone down in value. So that all the time that you're waiting, watching this video, waiting to see what the market's doing, prices are going up. Up north, the northeast of the country right now in the UK, it's very achievable to still get in. But I believe in 3-4 years' time, it's going to be as hard as trying to buy down south. So if you're watching this video, it's made for you. Now is the time to be getting in, because last year prices were £10,000 to £15,000 less than what they are this year. Next year, they're going to be £10,000 to £15,000 more, and so on and so forth. The entry point's going to get harder and harder. Now is the time to buy and then watch your wealth build. Really hope you've enjoyed this video. I've been Craig Parker. Till next time.